Hi everybody. You may not know, but you can now check out board games at the Fair Lawn Library along with books and movies and music and everything else we have. So we have an ever expanding collection of board games that you could bring home to give a shot by yourself, with your family, with friends, whoever. And we have for all different audiences. So I'm going to walk you through some of what we have here right now available, including Pandemic. This is one of the most popular modern games. It's a cooperative game for 2 to 4 people where you are trying to cure some diseases around the world. Isn't that fun and timely? It's a fantastic game. It's difficult, so it's not the lightest game. You're going to want to read these rules, but you work together as a team. So it's also good for a family or a friend group to try together because you can help one another. Every move really counts in the game, but it is a very well-balanced and fun game, very popular game. But if that's too on the nose for you, that's okay. We have a lot of other cooperative type games too here for you. So let's take a look. We have Space Team. Space Team is another co-op game, so that means you're working together as a team. It's a game where you are timed, and you are playing a card game. You are trying to build this spaceship with cards. You're furiously throwing down cards. You're getting up and changing positions, changing hands. It's really chaos and moves fast. It's a lot of fun. This is for 3 to 6 players, and it only takes 5 minutes once you know the rules. So it's a quick game you could play with a family. We also have a lot of other interesting games like Legendary. We have 2 Legendary games. Legendary is a deck building game. That means you start off with a deck of cards, and you're adding other cards to it as you go against an opponent who has their own cards. And so you're just trying to outduel them and improve your deck. The cool thing about Legendary, this one is a Marvel-themed one, is you can play by yourself. So this can be a solo game if you want it to be, with its 600 cards or however many cards it has. But the cards are all well organized inside, I can assure you, and so you can just pick it up, read the rules, and jump right in. So yeah, that's 1 to 5 players. But that could be a little complex for some people, so maybe you don't want to try a deck building game. That's fine. We have a lot of other fun games, including Dixit. Dixit's one of my favorites that got me into games. This is definitely a family game for 3 to 6 players. It's there's these like abstract cards that you get in your hand, and you're trying to give clues about the cards, what they might mean. Like you could see these cards. They're all a little strange. You're giving a clue to the group to try to get some of them to guess which card is yours, but not everybody. And then everybody else gets to play their cards and try to fit them into the clue you gave. Might sound a little complicated, it's not. Very simple game. There's a ton of cards. We have a couple expansions in here too, so hopefully you don't see the same card too many times. We have some party games, like Werewolf. This one, as you can see, plays quite a lot of people, 5 to 75 if you're having one of those really big gatherings. So that's one. It's a secret role game where some people are werewolves, some people have other roles, and you try to deduce who is who. That's a fun one. Another game of deduction is The Resistance, where some people are spies, other people are trying to accomplish their mission, and you're trying to suss out who is who. We have quick games like No Thanks. No Thanks is a bidding game where you're trying not to get stuck with high cards. It's a really simple and quick game. Look how small it is, but it's a blast. It's one of my favorite card games. And yeah, you can just take it home and learn it very quickly. I think this one, it's 3 to 5 players, and it takes about 20 minutes. And really, it could be less than that. We have some fun games like Deception, where you're trying to solve a murder. And this one plays a lot of players, which is kind of cool. Not every game like this does. This one, 4 to 12 players. And it's still a pretty quick game, 15 to 30 minutes once you know the rules. This one, it does deal with murder, so you got to decide who you're going to play this with. But it's a lot of fun, a lot of room for like improv in this sort of game. We have some easy games like path building games like Suro. Suro is one where there's like very simple pieces and components in this one where you're just building a path and you're trying to stay on your path, stay on the path as long as you can and block people off so they fall off their path. This is another quick game that you could play with a family, as you see depicted on the box. That's 2 to 8 players, ages 8 plus. We have other tile laying games. We have another path building game. We just added Fedoran Gardens yesterday. We have some super fun games like Random Encounter, where you're just trying to get loot. Dice games like Bang. We have a heavier game like Magic the Gathering, that's Arena of the Planeswalkers. That has some miniatures in it too, if that's the sort of thing you like. And we have the ever popular Boss Monster, which is another deck building game, but it's a lot simpler than the legendary games. So I have all kinds of games here for you to try out. If there's mechanics you really like and you don't see here, you can just ask for Justin, and we'll work on getting a game that fits your needs. All right, hope to see you at the library, checking out some of our board games soon.